people have a very poor record of having exploited the local people wherever they were. So the issue of due diligence in terms of looking at investments that come in is very crucial. We don't want investments to come to be approved, licensed, and then by the time we go onto the ground, then a lot of information is coming about the conduct or character of the investors. So this becomes very embarrassing, not only to this country, but to the investors as well, simply because there is no due diligence that has been done to find out the background and the history of these investors.
The wetland could be used by first adopting some of the utilization options which has been already adopted by the local community. Here we are talking of livestock rearing, which currently has the potential of an income of 1.5 billion shillings per year to the local community. The agriculture potential has a capacity of about 2.5 billion. If a good extension system is put in place and marketing system improved, the handcraft could earn the locals a lot of money. Here we are talking of about 13 billion shillings a year.
Kenya did not have an investment act, and I think a couple of 2 years ago the investment act came into place. And the investment act has in a way tried to put in place steps or procedures in which investors can come into this country and invest. If you look at many other areas, how investors are coming in, for example, the multinationals come in to undertake very huge projects in this country, it leaves a lot of room for improvement in the way those investments are structured, because we have seen a lot of indigenous people and local people being locked out of participating in this investment, and of course the compensation that we have seen them being given is not something that you can write home about. So these are issues that we want to be streamlined. I think there is a major deficiency in the Investment Act as far as investors coming into this country is concerned.
The MP bond, the county councillors bond and Siaya, we meet. The representatives of this community, we meet with the Dominion, with the planners, environmental rights organizations, human rights organizations, so that we dismantle everything, then start to rearrange it, taking into consideration the interest of every segment.
Kambi makoro waneno dwa olupikane ni okawe okawan kudu luoro ni keche kambi no okawo konchiel to weyo nwa konchiel kaka jopiny ai wan gmor ewi mano nikech wabende koro wabro neno giman kacha to watimo ka to kanyo wanwang'o nukoro kambi cha odonjo nyaka ka to koro miyo wa kuyo kendo koro miyo wa dhier makakwa bro timo okwang'eyo nwa bro timo nadi.
Clearly, there's something wrong in the way some of these investments are conceptualized and implemented in this country. One, that the participation, when you have projects that really come in and exploit natural resources, which really every Kenyan is entitled to, it's important that the local communities have a stake in those revenue streams that are going to be generated by those projects. And therefore, projects like Yala Swamp, it is very, very important that the government comes up and clearly indicates what is the revenue stream and participation of the locals and how much are they going to get from those projects, apart from the compensation issues which must also be addressed adequately.
Let it take time to understand us. Let it take time to incorporate our values.
How are Kenyans going to benefit? Because if we let multinationals come in, do the prospecting, and then they hold us hostage for 30 years, for 50 years, taking out profits which really belong to the locals, I think this is where conflicts really arise. So if you are going to privatize anything in Kenya or you are going to sell anything, Kenyans are looking for a share of Kenya. They want to be a part of that process. They want to participate. And they want to be active participants. And therefore it is important that we begin to put in place safeguards that will not only safeguard the Kenyan interest, but it will ensure that for whatever resources are mined in the Kenyan soil, Kenyans get their share.
As much as the country seeks to invite foreign investors, it is imperative for the Kenyan government and legislators to pass investment policies that favor its citizens and the local communities.
We want investment that empowers the local people. And that one question one needs to ask. If we are going to bring foreign investors to undertake local projects, is this an area where the government has been defeated? Because clearly, looking at even the recent investment that the Kenyans have been able to participate, like Kenyan, we have seen that locally we can really mobilize a lot of money to undertake any project of any magnitude that is required in this country.
Dominion Farm should also seek to follow laid down procedures and laws in implementing its projects.